Hey there, fellow travel enthusiasts.
Righty.
Ready for a deep dive into some seriously luxurious honeymoon destinations?
Ooh, luxury
I know,
honeymoons.
right?
It's a big topic.
Huge. And I bet we've got listeners at all different stages.
Oh, yeah,
Some just
definitely.
dreaming,
Uh,
others, already got those brochures out.
Knee-deep in planning.
Exactly.
So where are we headed today?
Well, we've got a fantastic article from My Honeymoon Guide as our guide.
I love that publication.
Me too. And it's super recent, just came out this week, November 15th, 2024. It's called Top 10 Honeymoon Destinations for Luxury Travelers, Unforgettable Escapes and World-Class Experiences.
Catchy.
Right.
So not just like a basic list, but really gets into what makes it luxury.
That's exactly it. We're not just going to read off the list. We're going to, yes, deep dive into the details, the things that make each spot so special, so luxurious. So whether you're, in that dreaming phase or already picking out flights, this is going to be good.
I think so too. All right, where do we begin?
Well, I think we got to start with a classic, a place that basically invented the whole overwater bungalow thing, the Maldives.
Oh, the Maldives.
Yeah.
It really is kind of the ultimate honeymoon fantasy for a lot of people, isn't it?
Right. Like those turquoise waters, those private decks. I've even seen places where they bring you breakfast by kayak.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So dreamy. But is it really all it's cracked up to be? I mean, what makes it stand out luxury-wise compared to other, tropical destinations?
Well, I think part of it, I guess, that exclusivity. A lot of these resorts, they're on their own private islands.
Oh, okay.
So you get that real sense of escape, being away from everything.
That makes sense. But haven't overwater bungalows kind of become pretty common these days?
True, you can find them in lots of places.
Yeah.
But the Maldives, they take it to another level.
Okay. How's
So
it going?
you've got, private plunge pools right there in your deck,
Yeah.
glass floors so you can see the marine life below.
Oh, wow.
And the service, it's incredibly personalized. The article mentions Suniva Fushi,
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
where they have, get this, your own personal butler called Mr. Friday.
Mr. Friday, that's adorable.
Right. Adds a little fun to it.
It does. But wouldn't it be a little weird having someone around all the time?
Not at all. These butlers, they're trained to, anticipate your needs and then, poof, they disappear. They can arrange anything you can imagine, sunset cruises, in-villa spa treatments.
Speaking of spa treatments,
You're thinking of the underwater spa.
I am. I saw those pictures. You're literally getting a massage while fish swim by underneath you.
Yeah.
Is that, more of a gimmick, or is it truly luxurious?
Well, you're not going to find that just anywhere. It's definitely unique to the Maldives.
Yeah, that's true.
It's that kind of pinch-me moment that makes a honeymoon special.
Totally. Makes for a great story, too.
Absolutely. And I think it speaks to a bigger trend in luxury travel. People want experiences, not just fancy hotels.
I like that. So it's not just about the luxury, it's about the memories you make.
Yeah.
Right. From the Maldives, let's jet off to another island paradise that's like the definition of honeymoon goals. Bora Bora.
Bora Bora, oh my goodness.
I know, right?
That scenery.
It's unreal. The overwater bungalows, that turquoise lagoon, and then Mount Automanu in the background.
Yeah, it's like peak romance.
Totally. And the article mentioned that the St. Regis Bora Bora has the largest overwater villas in the whole South Pacific.
So you get that view, and you've got space to actually enjoy it.
I mean, I could get used to that.
That's-
But let's talk experiences. What makes Bora Bora stand out beyond just the looks?
Well, picture this. You and your sweetheart are whisked away to a private motu, tiny little
I
island.
mean, a private island.
Yeah, for a candlelit dinner under the stars.
Okay, that sounds incredible, but also incredibly expensive.
It is a splurge,
For sure.
but again, it's that exclusivity factor, and it's a beautiful way to experience Polynesian culture.
So we're seeing that combination again. The once-in-a-lifetime experience, but also connected to the place you're in.
You got it. And speaking of places with history and culture, let's hop over to Santorini, Greece.
Santorini. Okay, it's picture perfect. The white buildings, those blue domes, the agency.
It's iconic.
But how does it stack up luxury-wise? I mean, compared to the over-the-topness of the Maldives.
Santorini's luxury is more understated.
Okay, I see what you mean.
It's about the views, the ambiance, that romantic feeling you get strolling through the villages, watching the sunset over the caldera.
Yeah, it's all about savoring the moment.
Exactly. And speaking of savoring, the article mentioned this hotel, Canaves Oya, that has a wine cellar in a cave.
A cave wine cellar, how cool is that?
So unique. It's those little touches that make Santorini special. It's not just luxury for the sake of it. It's like There's a story there. Plus, let's be honest, Santorini is super Instagrammable.
Oh, yeah? And speaking of Instagrammable destinations, let's shift gears to a place that oozes old world charm, Tuscany, Italy.
Ah, Tuscany. Now we're talking food and wine.
And those rolling hills, those vineyards,
Cypress trees everywhere.
it just like screams romance. But is it luxurious? I mean, in that same way we've been talking about.
Oh, absolutely. Tuscany's luxury is about slowing down, indulging your senses. Think amazing food, incredible wine, these charming little villages with cobblestone streets. It's like stepping back in time.
I can see that. Oh, and the article mentioned a place called Castello di Casoli. You can actually stay in a 10th century castle.
Isn't that amazing? It's a perfect example of how people are looking for unique places to stay, not just like a standard hotel room.
Right. They want that immersion in history and the culture.
Exactly. And Castello di Casole, it's been beautifully restored, so you get the history, but with all the modern comforts.
Best of both worlds. Okay, from a historic castle to a secluded paradise. Let's travel to the Seychelles.
The Seychelles.
It's like the definition of barefoot luxury.
Oh, for sure. If the Maldives is overwater luxury, the Seychelles is about those pristine beaches, that untouched nature, giant tortoises roaming around,
Okay.
granite boulders, crystal clear waters. It's amazing.
It really is. And for the ultimate in exclusivity, the article talks about North Island. Only 11 villas on the whole island.
Wow. Talk about privacy.
Right. You're practically guaranteed personalized service.
And that's what a lot of honeymooners are looking for these days. Privacy, seclusion, a real escape from the world.
Yeah, I can see that. But with only 11 villas, I bet you got to book way in advance.
Oh, absolutely. Like 9 to 12 months at least, especially if you're traveling during peak season.
Makes sense. It's like
Yeah.
the more exclusive, the more planning you got to do.
Exactly.
All right, so we've got the Maldives for that overwater luxury, Bora Bora for the scenery, Santorini for history and romance, Tuscany for old world charm, and the Seychelles for secluded paradise. Now, let's go somewhere totally different, a place with a different kind of luxury altogether. Kyoto, Japan.
Kyoto. Now, this is interesting.
Right.
Because the luxury here is so subtle.
Explain that.
It's all about tranquility, attention to detail, and that deep appreciation for Japanese culture. Think Zen gardens, tea ceremonies, staying in a traditional ryokan. It's a type of inn. The hospitality is incredible. The food is phenomenal.
I can only imagine. And the article highlighted this one, Hoshinoya Kyoto, that you can only get to by boat.
How cool is that? It adds to the experience, It's like a journey just to get there.
And it really emphasizes that feeling of peacefulness that you were talking about.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
from tranquil Kyoto to a city that's all about pushing the limits of luxury, let's head to Dubai.
Dubai. Now, this is where things get interesting.
I know, right? It's like the opposite of Kyoto in a lot of ways.
Totally. Dubai's all about being the biggest, the boldest, the most luxurious. Skyscrapers, man-made islands, 7-star hotels.
I mean, the Burj Al Arab is basically the symbol of Dubai, right? That
Yeah.
giant sail-shaped building. I've heard it's like dripping in gold.
It is pretty over the top,
Right.
but some people love that, They want the most of everything on their honeymoon.
So it's about being on the cutting edge of what luxury even means.
That's a good way to put it.
All right, let's journey back to Italy, but this time to the Amalfi Coast. What comes to mind when you think of the Amalfi Coast?
Oh, definitely that Mediterranean glamour.
Yes.
Those dramatic cliffs, the colorful villages, the turquoise waters.
And the food.
The food.
Mhm.
Michelin-starred restaurants, incredible seafood.
Oh, the article talked about this hotel, La Sirenus, that has a Michelin-starred restaurant called La Sponda.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
Apparently, you dine under a canopy of lemon trees. With twinkling lights, it sounds so romantic.
It really captures that Amalfi Coast vibe.
Yeah.
Romantic, luxurious, delicious.
Okay, so we've got the Maldives, Bora Bora, Santorini, Tuscany, the Seychelles, Kyoto, Dubai, and the Amalfi Coast.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground.
We have, but, not all honeymoons are about relaxing on the beach or indulging in fine dining. Some couples want adventure.
Oh, absolutely.
So for those thrill seekers out there, let's head down under to Queenstown, New Zealand.
Queenstown, yes. This is where adventure meets luxury.
You got it. You can go bungee jumping, jet boating, skiing.
And the scenery. The mountains are just incredible.
And then at the end of the day, you can relax in a luxurious lodge with a roaring fire.
Perfect combination. And the article mentioned Blanket Bay, which you can actually get to by helicopter.
By helicopter. That's like next level.
Right. Talk about an
I
entrance.
love it. So it's not about choosing between relaxation and adventure.
You can have both.
Exactly. And speaking of having it all, let's wrap up our world tour with a destination that's known for its spiritual and tranquil side, Bali.
Bali is magical.
It really is, and it's become such a popular honeymoon spot. What is it about Bali that draws people in?
I think it's that unique kind of luxury. It's about wellness, it's about spirituality, it's about connecting with nature.
Yeah, you've got those lush rice paddies, the ancient temples.
Yoga retreats overlooking the jungle, traditional healing rituals.
It's like a honeymoon for your soul.
That's a good way to put it.
Oh, and the article mentioned the Four Seasons Resort Bali at Cyan.
Oh, I love that one.
It's nestled in this, like, jungle river setting.
So peaceful. It's the perfect escape.
It really does look incredible. So, wow, we have covered a lot of ground.
We have, from the overwater luxury of the Maldives to the spiritual tranquility of Bali. It's amazing how much variety there is out there.
And what's cool is that it's not just about the destination itself, but about how each place caters to different definitions of luxury.
Totally. Some people want over the top, some want understated, some want adventure mixed in.
There's something for everyone.
Absolutely. And we've really just scratched the surface.
I know, right? We could talk about this all day.
Easily.
Well, good thing this is a multi-part deep dive.
Exactly.
So stay tuned because in part 2, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of actually planning a luxury honeymoon. We'll talk budgeting, booking tips, and those little extras that make all the difference.
Looking forward to it.
All right, so we've explored some seriously dreamy destinations. My wanderlust is officially kicking in.
Oh, I hear ya.
But, let's be real for a sec. Luxury usually comes with a pretty hefty price tag.
True. These experiences don't come cheap.
Right. So any tips, any secrets for making that dream honeymoon a little more attainable?
Well, one of the most important things is booking in advance, especially if you're going to a popular spot or someplace with, limited availability.
Like that North Island in the Seychelles?
Yeah.
With only 11 villas?
Exactly.
You got to get on that.
Yeah, ideally 9 to 12 months out if you can.
Wow. Okay. So what's the benefit of booking that early? Besides, just making sure you actually get a spot.
Well, you're often going to have a better choice of rooms.
Oh, okay.
Might snag some early bird discounts and sometimes even a complimentary upgrade.
Ooh, a free upgrade.
Imagine showing up at your overwater bungalow in Bora Bora
Yeah.
and they whisk you away to an even better one.
Okay, now that's honeymoon magic.
Exactly.
But what if life happens? Plans change.
That's a good point. That's why it's important to look for places with flexible cancellation policies, especially when you're booking so far in advance. You don't want to be stuck with a big fee if you need to adjust things.
Yeah, that's smart. Okay, so booking early, being flexible. What other money-saving strategies should couples consider?
Well, travel rewards and credit card points can be huge EE.
I mean, yeah.
A lot of couples are using those to offset the cost of flights, hotels, even some of those experiences.
I like that. It's like getting rewarded for planning your dream trip.
Exactly.
So are there any specific credit cards or programs you recommend?
It really depends on your spending habits and where you want to go.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do a little research, find cards with good sign-up bonuses, perks that, fit your honeymoon style.
Great advice. Okay, so we've got booking early, being flexible, using those travel rewards. What about, those of us who want a more hands-off approach to planning?
Well, if you want to take the stress out of it and maybe unlock some exclusive perks, definitely consider working with a luxury travel agent.
Okay, I can see how that would be helpful.
They have those insider connections, they know about special packages, and they can often negotiate deals that you wouldn't find on your own.
So it's like having a personal honeymoon concierge. I like it. But how do you find a good one? A travel agent who really specializes in luxury honeymoons.
Word of mouth is always a good place to start. Ask friends, family who have had great experiences. You can also look for agents who are part of reputable organizations like Virtuoso or Ashalista.
Okay, good to know. So we've talked about booking, we've talked about saving some money, but before we get too caught up in the excitement, we got to talk about something not so fun, but super important. Travel insurance.
Yes. Travel insurance. Not exactly romantic, but definitely essential.
I know. But it's peace of mind, right?
Exactly. Especially when you're investing so much in this trip, it protects you if something unexpected happens. Trip cancellations, medical emergencies, lost luggage, even for those adventure activities we talked about.
Yeah, you never know what might happen. So, any tips on choosing the right policy?
Make sure it's comprehensive.
Okay.
You want coverage for medical expenses, trip interruptions, baggage loss, and think about the specific activities you'll be doing.
Right. Like if you're going to be skiing in Queenstown or, scuba diving in the Maldives, make sure that's covered.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've got our flights, our hotels, our insurance. What LSE should couples keep in mind as they, start packing those bags and get ready for this big adventure?
Packer strategically is important.
Okay, tell me more.
Each of these destinations has a different vibe, so you want to pack clothes that are stylish but also comfortable, and don't forget the essentials, sunscreen, bug spray, a universal adapter if you need it.
Oh, good reminders. Nothing worse than showing up in paradise and realizing you forgot something crucial.
Exactly. And beyond the practical stuff, remember this is a special time. It's a celebration, so, you know, indulge a little.
Ooh, I like that. Like,
Yeah.
what kind of indulgences are we talking about?
Maybe it's a couple's massage at a fancy spa or a private dinner on the beach, just the two of you watching the sunset.
Sounds amazing.
Or surprise your partner with a thoughtful gift, some jewelry inspired by your destination, or a personalized photo album to document your adventures.
I love those ideas. It's about creating those special moments that you'll remember forever.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to personalize your itinerary. Go beyond the usual tourist stuff and find experiences that really speak to you as a couple.
So it's not just about checking things off a list.
No, it's about making your honeymoon a reflection of who you are, what you love to do together.
I love that. So, like, if you're both foodies, maybe you book a cooking class in Tuscany or do a street food tour in Kyoto.
Exactly. Or if you're adventure junkies, you go ziplining in Bali or take a helicopter ride over Queenstown.
Those are such great examples. Okay, so it's about making it personal, making it meaningful.
And don't be afraid to embrace the unexpected. Sometimes the best memories come from those unplanned moments.
Like what? Give me an example.
Maybe you try learning a few phrases in the local language,
Oh.
or you order a dish you've never heard of before, or you just get lost wandering through a charming village.
I love that. It's about being open to those little surprises that travel can bring.
Exactly. Remember, your honeymoon is not just about the destination, it's about the journey you take together.
Okay, I'm feeling inspired. We've covered so much booking, packing, personalization,
We have.
but I feel like we've only just scratched the surface.
There's always more to explore.
All right, I'm officially ready to start planning my honeymoon. And I'm not even engaged yet.
I know, right? So many amazing ideas.
Seriously. And it's not just the destinations themselves, but the article talked about some emerging trends that I found super interesting. Like, one that really caught my eye was the rise of sustainable resorts.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
It is, right?
Couples are definitely becoming more conscious of their impact even on their honeymoon.
Makes sense.
So they're looking for places that are eco-friendly, prioritize conservation, support local communities.
So it's about, like, luxury, but with a conscience. I like that.
Ah, exactly.
Are there any, like, specific resorts that come to mind that are doing this well?
Well, we talked about Suniva Fushi in the Maldives.
Oh, yeah?
They're doing some really great things. They've got their own waste-to-wealth center, organic gardens, a real focus on preserving the environment.
That's so cool. It's, like, proof that you can have a luxurious experience and be mindful of the planet.
Exactly.
Okay, so sustainable resorts. What other trends are you seeing out there in the world of luxury honeymoons?
Wellness is huge.
Wellness, okay.
It's not just about relaxing on the beach anymore. Couples want transformative experiences.
So like more than just pampering.
Right. It's about nourishing your mind and soul along with your body.
So like yoga retreats, meditation, those spiritual journeys we were talking about in Bali.
Exactly. And some resorts are even offering personalized wellness programs tailored specifically for couples.
Wow. It's like a honeymoon for your whole being.
That's a good way to put it.
I like that. Okay, so sustainability, wellness, anything else we should be keeping an eye on?
Well, technology is playing a bigger and bigger role.
Technology, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, think personalized apps that let you control everything in your room, virtual concierge services,
Oh, wow.
even AI-powered travel planning tools that can create custom itineraries for you.
So it's not like technology taking over, but more like enhancing the experience.
Exactly. It's about making things easier, more personalized, giving couples more time to actually enjoy their honeymoon.
I like that.
Hmm.
So before we wrap things up, any final words of wisdom for our listeners who are about to embark on this exciting journey?
I would say have fun with the planning. It's all part of the experience.
It's true.
Do your research, don't be afraid to ask for help from travel agents, and most importantly, remember that this is your time to create something truly special together.
Beautifully said.
Ah.
All right, so before we say goodbye, let's have some fun with that idea we mentioned earlier. Imagining our own dream hybrid honeymoons.
Yeah.
Like taking elements from all these incredible places we talked about. What would your ultimate honeymoon look like?
Ooh, that's a good one. Let's see. I think I would start with a few days in the Maldives, overwater bungalow, those amazing underwater spa treatments.
Oh, yes.
Then maybe hop over to Kyoto for some cultural immersion, stay in a traditional ryokan, explore those Zen gardens. And then to finish it off, I'd head to Queenstown for some adventure, hiking, bungee jumping, all that good stuff.
Wow, that sounds incredible. Like the perfect balance of relaxation, culture, and adrenaline.
Okay.
What about you? What would you combine? Okay, I'm all about those unique accommodations. So I'd start with a few nights in that 10th century castle in Tuscany,
Oh, wow, yes.
right? Soak up that history, enjoy the amazing food.
Yeah.
Then I'd jet off to Bora Bora for those overwater bungalow views, maybe even that private island dinner. And then, to wrap it all up, a secluded eco-resort in Bali for some serious relaxation and those transformative wellness experiences.
That's amazing. It's so cool how we can each take inspiration from these places and craft a honeymoon that's truly personal.
I know. And that's what it's all about, right? There are no rules, no limits. It's about creating an experience that's as unique as your love story.
Exactly.
So to all those couples out there planning their honeymoons, congratulations on this exciting new chapter.
Yes, congratulations.
May your journeys be filled with love, laughter, and incredible memories.
Happy planning.
And happy honeymooning.